Bruh, what's the scoops with all the drama at the Hawaii Tourism Authority?
It's like a season of Survivor. Tune in to see who's going to be voted off the island.
Right?
Wow.
First of all, interim president and CEO Daniel Naho'opi'i resigned. Then board chair Mufi Hanneman resigned. Then you had Isaac Choi placed on leave pending an investigation for allegedly calling Hawaiians dumb.
And he didn't want to resign.
And by the way, Hawaiians aren't dumb. Just update on that one.
Thank you.
Also for creating a hostile work environment.
Well, Governor Green was done already. He's like, he wasn't having it anymore. He just hit that reset button and asked for all board members to resign.
Wow.
The gov will now appoint new board members.
You know, they also the governor also signed a new law, an act into law, or a bill into law. It's called Act 132 now. And under this newly signed law, the House Speaker and the Senate President also get to appoint a member each. So I don't know how I feel about this and they're also going from a policy-making board to now an advisory board. So I don't know if this is going to be.
So is that stripping some power away from them?
Yeah. So and I don't know who they're. I guess they're advising perhaps the governor now, and maybe the legislature to see which direction the marketing is going to go. So I don't know if this is going to be an opportunity for them to inject politics into the marketing of Hawaii. So it's going to be an interesting next couple of months as we see how they navigate this.
Yes, it will be. I guess I'm a little bit worried. Again, us not knowing, but this is just me speculating, right? But I'm just a little bit worried at, first of all, how long is it going to take to make decisions, right? Because with a policy board, they could make the decisions within themselves, but now as an advisory board, now there's going to be this group of people making a decision and then having to get this decision okayed by another group of people, right? So how long will it take for these things to happen?
Doesn't it usually happen quickly with our legislature? No?
Brother.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about rail. Anyway, the other thing to think about is it going to be, the minds that get behind marketing Hawaii. Is it going to be culturally sensitive?
Oh my gosh! Yes,
because at one point we had a bunch of Polynesians on the board or working at HTA. So is that going to change how they market Hawaii
with the new group, with the new advisory board?
Yeah, and the whole thing now is that regenerative tourism. So how do you give back when you come and visit our island? So again, we'll watch how that unfolds.
Absolutely. And whatever it is, they need to get their act together really quick because experts are concerned that tourism is significantly down.
What's the scoop, sis?
Well, this is tourist season, right? But June showed decreasing daily passenger counts compared with 2024. Now, if we go further back to 2019, that's when Hawaii saw over 10 million visitors. Now, total visitor arrivals are now projected to decline by 4% over the next 2 years. And that's a $1.6 billion reduction in real visitor spending within the next 2 years.
And for decades, some have been, seeding other countries with our Hawaiian culture, like hula in Japan or Canada, now Mexico, China, Korea. So, and then they have like these holo holo festivals up in, on the continent. So really, do people need to come to Hawaii anymore because they're getting Hawaii elsewhere.
Someplace else, right?
Yeah, so that's interesting. In fact, I saw, how the tourism thing is kind of changing. In fact, I heard some reports in Vegas. They're getting rid of the concierge, the people who work the front desk, and they're replacing them with like screens. AI screens.
Yes.
This is so,
robots replacing humans, right?
Yeah, and this leads us into our last story over here, because are we losing our usefulness, we as human beings, because soon Amazon will employ more robots than humans?
Wait, what's the scoop with this, brother?
According to a report, the international e-commerce company Amazon will soon use more robots in its warehouses than human employees. They have like more than 1 million machines already deployed across their facilities.
And these robots, they're doing the heavy lifting, right? They can also pick items down from super tall shelves, and some are advanced enough to help humans sort and package those orders. Now, coming up in about 15 minutes, I'm going to share another story of how tech is replacing the human touch.
Ooh. So I'm intrigued. Can't wait to hear that. All right, so what's the scoop, Sudhir? We're going to throw it over to you. What do you think about these stories? Of course, all the drama happening at HTA.
Yes.
And then, of course, this last one with the AI robots kind of pretty much taking everything over. What's the
Taking over.
scoops?
Well, let us know by sending an email at islandlifelive@kitv.com or post a comment directly to this video on our YouTube page. Just got to search out KITV.